I wanted to be a monk. For me, there's a mystique surrounding monastic life that's somehow desirable. They've plumbed the depths of what it means to have a relationship with Jesus Christ through simple living and serving the poor, understanding history and theology, and wrestling with the desires of the flesh and bringing them into conformity with the Holy Scriptures. In some way, that's what this journey of faith, this vlog, was going to be. Now, my ideas of being a monk probably don't look like what really happens in a monastery, but I was hoping to, in some small way, to emulate their rhythms of life, their prayers, their scripture readings. My hope was that I could do this and slow down my life enough so that I could better understand my faith, better understand where I was going. I wanted to be like a monk and start reading as many books of theology and history that I could get my hands on. I also wanted to be like a monk and make bread, learn from scratch, starting with a starter and learning how to bake the bread, learning how to put it all together and make a great loaf of bread, and maybe even move on to aging beef or making beer. And it was honestly my hope that through this process of self-discovery and the lessons that I would learn, I would actually bring you along in my journey. But after a while, I realized that the questions I was asking and the answers I was looking for were not reflecting in my journey of self-discovery. I can't have an abortion, but I talked about it. Black Lives Matter? There's a video. Donald Trump? Yep. I even talked about taxes. None of this really had to do with how I envisioned my relationship with God and this vlog to be. And me just wanting to focus on being a monk, making the bread and bringing you along for my bread making journey, or me brewing beer and, giving you some how this relates to being a Christian, was really, in my mind, after thinking about it, a really selfish and self-centered thing for me to focus on. And what I realized is what I was wanting to do was just be another evangelical Christian, because their focus is almost entirely on their personal relationship with Jesus and how that they can be trained to be more in love with Jesus. And that's kind of what I was looking at to do when it comes to making bread. How does the making of the bread relate to my love of Jesus? And I started thinking about this and realized that the same methodology and systems that I was using was the same as evangelical Christians, and they couldn't answer the questions and problems that I was encountering and trying to solve. And when I tried to use their methodologies to solve the problems I was encountering, they were either laughably simple or way overly complicated. So this vlog became less about me being a monk on a journey of self-discovery and deepening my relationship with Jesus, and more about answering the question, the simple question, what does it mean to be a Christian? Being able to answer this question has been a daunting task for me. It has been humbling, it has been eye-opening, and it has been, in some ways, pretty scary. Because what I've realized is that when you start poking the bear of tradition and poking the bear of just what has been accepted for eons almost, that you start rocking the boat in ways that makes people uncomfortable. And usually throughout history, the people who rock the boat are not very well received. In fact, most of the people who rock the boat are suppressed in many ways. People don't want to hear what they have to say. But I've come to learn something, that I can't be a monk. I can't be simply focused on my books and my bread and my beer. I have to be more. I have to be able to follow Jesus and do what Jesus asks. Unlearning what I've learned throughout all the years, through Bible school, through Sunday school, through church in general, and rediscovering what it truly means to be a true ambassador of Jesus Christ, so that His name will be glorified in all the world. And this is just one of my things that I've discovered along the way that I'm excited about. So if you like the video, give it a good thumbs up. If you know somebody who might like this, share it with them. Last week's video is right there. It's about family. And if you want to subscribe, click right there, right about there. And God bless, and have a good week.